Hey, how's it going? I'm Chris with PearsonCopy.com, and I'm here to help your brands make more sales with email. As part of my 100 emails in 100 days of breakdown challenge, I am breaking down an email from the brand Tactical Baby Gear. I've done a video before on them, and I found their brand in my Facebook feed. So I clicked on their ad, checked out their site, checked out their products. Really liked what they were going with their brand voice and tone, and just how they're addressing the market that they're actually targeting. So dads with military angle, military concepts. So I thought that it'd be great to actually break down their welcome email. The video I did prior was an abandoned cart email, which I think they did a pretty good job on. I think this welcome email does a pretty good job too. There are a few things I would suggest testing into, just to see if we can bring more of their personality out in this email, and we can get people to connect emotionally to this brand, which again focuses on dads with a military spin or angle on it. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this breakdown. The first element here is the subject line. So thanks for signing up. That's pretty standard, pretty straightforward. Most brands say welcome to brand, welcome to squad, welcome to something. This is a thanks for signing up. So they're taking a step into even more general, just thanks for signing up. They don't say who it's from or anything like that. The from name is Tactical Baby Gear, so that's going to be next to the subject line. That should be enough to get people to click on this email. What I would do with the subject line is, since they do call new subscribers as a part of they're calling them squad members, basically. Like, they don't say squad members specifically, but they're saying TBG squad. That's the group you're joining for joining the list. What I would do is on their website, I would mention that in their form, saying, hey, if you want to join the TBG squad and get X, Y, and Z for joining and getting our newsletter every week or whatever it may be, that's going to entice the avatar, I would say, for the military angle, military spin is going to have people say, "Oh, I'm part of a group, part of a squad." That makes sense, right? It connects, and also to them focusing on dads. It's going to make them feel like they're a part of a group, and it's gonna pull in that group mentality, and it could also make it more exclusive too, depending on how the person approaches and takes in the information. So that's what I would do here is maybe test against this. Thanks for signing up, and say, hey, join, welcome to the TVG squad, or something to that effect, to emphasize the squad piece, so they know they're part of a group. So yeah, that's the two things with the subject line. The next thing here, the brand name and from name. So the brand name is pretty straightforward, Tactical Baby Gear. I would suggest potentially going with a personal name, and also two down here. Let's see here. So this is one example of why an email coming from a person instead of a brand could actually do really well with this welcome email. So there's a story here. Let me find it here. So Beeve, our founder, recently packed up a hospital bag for baby girl number 3, with some emojis. He took the opportunity to share some tips he's learned through trial and error, see which bag he used, start planning for the big day. So he's basically saying, I'm taking this bag to the hospital. I'm about to have my third daughter, baby girl number 3. And that story right there, that's a great story. There's a great connection point. It's an emotional resonance that a lot of dads will have once they see the story. So that's something here of like, welcome to the squad. So the first email could be, hey, welcome to the squad. Here's what to expect. Here's what we're going to send you. Check out our email tomorrow about Beef, who basically shows how he packed up a hospital bag to go prepare for having baby girl number 3. And that story could be number 2, and that story could parlay into the idea of, this is why we created Tactical Baby Gear, is for that exact problem of, okay, dads, what do you pack in a bag when you're going to have another kid, when your wife is going to the hospital, she's in labor, you're on the way, like, where's your go bag? That right there could transition into why they created the brands and why they wanted to solve the problem, really, really easily. And that could be the story that does it. The other thing too, that email could come from Beav himself. So that could be the thing, is this could be a branded email, that's fine. But the next email could be a personal story for me to say, hey, it's Beav, just want to share my story of having baby girl number 3 and the issues and problems I faced when I was trying to grab a girl bag. I know how to do it now because it's my 3rd baby and we started Tactical Baby Gear. But this is what I went through. Does this sound familiar? This is why you should buy one of these bags, because it's great for it. And also too, they use it after the baby's born. You can keep using the bag until a certain age, and then you have to buy a bigger bag for different things or whatever. So like, that right there, that's email number 2, right? That could be perfect. And that's why I really, really like using personal names, even though it's a brand, using those names in these emails as a from name, because it builds a connection with the brand, as opposed to it starts a conversation, right? As opposed to just focusing on the transaction. So that's something I would say here. The second thing, the no reply Tactical Baby Gear, I would, as soon as possible, run as fast as you can to your email software and change this to like hello at or squad at or something like that. Not being able to reply to these emails Because think about this. What if somebody reads this little snippet here of about having baby girl number 3 and it emotionally resonates with them, a dad, and it resonates with them, and he wants to reply and say, hey, I'm having, baby boy, baby girl, whatever, number 2, number 3. This is exactly what I'm going through. I have some questions? Here are my questions. What if they want to reply and ask questions? You're losing a sale because you're not allowing the reply to happen. So if you're not allowing replies, you're basically cutting off the relationship that you could be having with your group. And since this brand is so specific and is targeting essentially dads with a military angle or spin on it, it's so specific. There's going to be replies. People are going to reply and agree, disagree. They're going to have opinions. They're going to want to connect. They're going to tell their own stories. That type of stuff matters. From a technical standpoint, replies actually make increase and improve your deliverability, so you're not ending up in the spam folder or the promo tab. Replies from a brand business emotional standpoint is you're making a connection with your customers, which means they're going to have an affinity towards you as opposed to another brand that maybe sells baby gear to dads or just in general. So having those conversations with people matters, and allowing them to reply is a big deal. So I would say change that as soon as you can. That's not just something to test. I 100% believe in this, and I think you're missing out. Let's move through the rest of the email here. So TBG Squad, they have the image here. Not sure who this is. It'd be cool to have this guy introduce himself in the email, saying, "Hey, that's me in the truck. Welcome to the baby gear." Like, just, "Hey, that's me in the truck. Nice to meet you. We're pumped for you to be here," and say, "Hey, we're excited," just like they say here. I really think it's cool that they have this. It looks like a truck, looks like a Tundra or something. I could be wrong, but they got a truck here that's branded. This is freaking sweet. I really like this. But yeah, introducing this guy in the truck would be really cool, and then go into the email. That just makes it a little bit more personal, right? Makes it more of a connection of like, hey, we started this brand and this is me. This is my personality. This is what I look like. What's up? That's going to connect more with dads than just having an image of some dude in a cool truck. Yeah, that is cool, but like having that name to the face it's going to matter. So yeah, the next piece here with that image, or after that image, is, "We're excited you're here. Welcome to the squad. We're glad you joined us." Perfect. That's pretty standard. That's a great thing to do. Acknowledge that they're there and say you're excited to talk to them. And then the next statement here is, "At TBG, we believe that the right gear sets you up for success. To help you find the perfect fit, take a look at some of the shopping guides we developed below." So I really like this because, one, they mention belief, so they take a stance on something, right? And the right gear sets you up for success is a tenet or some tenet of military, right? Like, you want to prepare, you want to plan, and you want to be ready to go, right? There's a purpose to this. We're planning it and we're prepared. That definitely ties into that. And then the initial connection here with this email is, we know you're probably shopping and you're probably not sure what you're supposed to get or what to get because of our brand and the way we've set up our concepts and just how we're selling this stuff. You're looking for a bag. You're a dad and you like military, or you were military, right? We're going to show you how to buy stuff down below. So I like this. It's definitely more educational. They're educating to sell as opposed to trying to persuade. Education is a part of persuasion, but it's not direct persuasion. It's more of like, hey, we're going to teach you what to buy, and then when you're ready, buy our stuff. So I really like this part. And again, I already mentioned this beef story here. I think beef story, I really do think that taking these emails or these sections here, see the packing guide, see the bestsellers, diaper bag backpacks, etc., these could be their own emails. So you don't have to stuff everything into one email. So the goal in most cases with welcome sequences is to get somebody to purchase as soon as possible. So as soon as they sign up, we want to get that purchase as soon as possible, ideally before the welcome sequence is over, so you can get that first purchase and have that AOV set. And then you can cross-sell, upsell, post-purchase gear or guides on how to use a backpack or whatever. So that's something too, is the comparison. That could be email number 3. Bees could be number 2. The best sellers should be number 4, because now you've shown comparisons. You've shown a story to connect. You've shown comparisons of what bags to buy, and then you have your best sellers. It's like, hey, by the way, here's our best sellers if you're looking at this type of bag. So it looks like the diaper bag, backpacks, hospital bag, etc. There's a certain product, a bag or a backpack that you're selling in this first time. It's like the first product that most people buy. That's great. Let's focus on that with the welcome sequence and get people to buy it. But you can break this into multiple emails. And it's going to, one, you're going to have people opening more emails, which is great for deliverability. You're going to potentially get more replies because there's more emails sent out, right? And then 3, you're going to have them returning to their inbox expecting emails from you. That is huge. When people start to expect emails from you and they don't get them, that's a better situation to be in, because they're like, hey, where's the email? As opposed to, they don't expect emails from you. They get them, they ignore them because there's nothing really of value there for them. They don't think there is anyway. So getting them to expect emails from you from the start is huge, and it helps them make that buying purchase for the main reason of it accelerates trust building. So the more times you can show them a consistent pattern of sending every day or sending every couple days or once a week and delivering something to them, so they can reciprocate, that pattern is what people trust. It's not necessarily that trust is good or bad. It's that they're trusting the pattern that you're showing them, right? So a criminal, I trust a criminal because I trust that their pattern is going to be the same. They're going to be a criminal. I trust a nun because I trust that their pattern is going to be the same. They're going to be the nun pattern, right? So that's what you're doing with these emails when you're sending consistently and on a frequent basis. Is you're showing them a pattern that they can trust and they can expect when they show up to their inbox. That right there, that little insight right there, is huge when it comes to getting people to buy with that welcome sequence, because we want them to create an affinity and a bond with your brand and the person in it. That's why I say Beef should have his own story as his own email. This guy, whether it's Beef or somebody else, this guy should have an introduction here of like, hey, that's me in the truck. We branded our truck. It's pretty sweet, right? This is the type of truck it is, whatever. Make a personal, emotional connection that dads would make who are in the military, like that avatar. Try and make a connection with them and then talk about how excited you are. Little things like this can increase clicks and sales just because you're being real and vulnerable with them as a person. So yeah, with that rant over, something here, let's keep going down. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the rest of their email. They do have a feature here of Afterpay. That's a feature. They have their product menu here, and then they have their standard footer information. So yeah, this is a pretty great start for an email. I really enjoy it. This is better than most emails I've looked at. They're definitely focused on their avatar, and they're doing a great job of speaking to them. I think that those little tweaks that I mentioned, one, introduce the guy in the email, or sorry, one, let's talk about the subject line test against the thanks for signing up. Test against like welcome to the TBG squad, new member sign up inside, or new member orientation of the squad, or whatever the military equivalent of. This is what you do the first time you join the squad. Like here's orientation, here's whatever. Maybe play with that theme a little bit more and see if you can go deeper with that, because people who are in the military or have been in military are going to see that and go, oh, I know what that is. It's familiar, and it ties their history and the context of their lives to this brand, and it just makes sense, right? It's like, I know what that is. That's familiar. I'm going to keep trusting it, and that accelerates trust too. So test subject lines against this site. Thanks for signing up. Second thing, remove the no reply and make it a hello at, and make sure they can reply. Getting replies is absolutely important. It definitely helps with email and deliverability and sales. The next insight, TBG squad, introduce this guy. At the beginning, introduced, maybe say, welcome to Baby Tactical. That's me in the truck, whatever his name is. Whether you're shopping, like that right there, that one line makes this image real. It's not just a random dude in a truck. It connects it to the brand, and it's very specific. So I would do that. Next thing, the way you break up these items. So Beef could have his own email. Whoever breaks this down for the diaper bags or the day packs, make that its own email. Then your best sellers, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 emails right there in your welcome sequence. You could probably do more based on your products and things like that, but I would break these up into separate emails. And so those are the three big insights here. Is the more time people spend in your emails in the inbox, the more they're going to trust you because they trust the pattern. So yeah, those are the three big insights for this email. With that being said, I've got other videos on my YouTube channel breaking down emails like this. Please go check those out. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.